What if I told you that the reason you keep struggling financially has nothing to do with how hard you work, how smart you are, or even the opportunities you've been given? What if the one thing that's keeping you broke is actually a single belief you've been carrying, often without even realizing it? Have you ever noticed how some people seem to attract abundance almost effortlessly, while others remain stuck no matter how much they try? It's not luck. It's not destiny. It's programming. In this video, we're going to explore the one belief that's secretly keeping you broke, and most importantly, how to release it. Because the moment you shift this belief, your entire relationship with money, wealth, and abundance will change forever. We'll journey through psychology, spirituality, the law of attraction, and even mystical wisdom that's been passed down for centuries. And by the end of this video, you'll see money in a completely different way and understand why abundance is your natural state. Let's start with the truth. Money is never the real problem. The real problem is what you believe about money. From childhood, most of us are programmed with limiting beliefs. Think about the things you may have heard growing up. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work hard for every dollar. Rich people are greedy. We can't afford that. These phrases sound innocent, but they plant deep seeds in your subconscious mind. Over time, they form an invisible program, one that constantly whispers, money is scarce. You're not worthy of wealth. Abundance is for others, not for you. And here's the paradox. Your subconscious beliefs are always stronger than your conscious desires. You can consciously want wealth, success, freedom. But if your subconscious programming is saying money equals struggle, then no matter how hard you try, you'll sabotage yourself. This is why so many people chase money with effort but never feel aligned with it. They take action after action, but it feels like running against a wall. Why? Because deep inside, they're operating under the belief that having money isn't safe, or I'm not good with money, or there's never enough. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance. Spiritually, we call it misalignment. Mystics call it illusion. But in all traditions, the truth is the same. You can never attract what you secretly believe you don't deserve. So let's ask the powerful question. What is the one belief that's keeping you broke? It's the belief in scarcity, the belief that there isn't enough for you, that abundance is limited, that you must fight, struggle, and sacrifice to get a piece of it. But abundance is not limited. Money is not limited. Energy is not limited. Scarcity only exists in your mind. And as long as you hold on to scarcity, you'll keep manifesting lack. In the next chapter, we'll break down how this scarcity belief shows up in your everyday life and how to recognize the hidden ways it's keeping you trapped. What if I told you that the reason you keep struggling financially has nothing to do with how hard you work, how smart you are, or even the opportunities you've been given? What if the one thing that's keeping you broke is actually a single belief you've been carrying, often without even realizing it? Have you ever noticed how some people seem to attract abundance almost effortlessly, while others remain stuck no matter how much they try? It's not luck. It's not destiny. It's programming. In this video, we're going to explore the one belief that's secretly keeping you broke, and most importantly, how to release it. Because the moment you shift this belief, your entire relationship with money, wealth, and abundance will change forever. We'll journey through psychology and spirituality, the law of attraction, and even mystical wisdom that's been passed down for centuries. And by the end of this video, you'll see money in a completely different way and understand why abundance is your natural state. Scarcity is subtle. It's not always loud, dramatic, or obvious. It hides in the quiet corners of your daily thoughts, in the words you say without even realizing it, in the choices you make every day about money, time, and energy. You see, scarcity is not just a lack of money. Scarcity is a lens. It's like wearing glasses that distort the way you see the world. When you wear scarcity glasses, everything looks smaller, tighter, harder to reach. You convince yourself that abundance is far away, maybe even impossible. Think about the last time you wanted to buy something meaningful for yourself. Maybe it was a book, a course, a trip, or even something simple like eating at a restaurant you love. Did you feel that tiny voice whispering, "You shouldn't"? What if you run out of money? What if something bad happens tomorrow? That voice is not financial wisdom, it's scarcity speaking. Scarcity sounds like, "I can't spend this money because what if I never get it back? I'll never be able to afford that. If they have success, that means less for me. I should play it safe. I can't take risks." And here's the trap. When you believe these thoughts, you live from a place of contraction instead of expansion. You tighten, you hold back, you hesitate, you shrink. And when you shrink, opportunities slip right past you. Let's go deeper. Scarcity doesn't only affect your money, it affects your relationships. When you live in scarcity, you believe love is limited too. You think, if they don't choose me, I'm unworthy. Or, I'll never find someone like this again. That same belief of there isn't enough poisons not just your finances, but your connections, your creativity, your joy. And the most dangerous part? Scarcity makes you compete instead of collaborate. When someone else succeeds, you feel threatened instead of inspired. You think their light diminishes yours, when in truth, their success shows you what's possible. But under scarcity, another person's abundance feels like your loss. Do you see the trap? Scarcity isn't just about numbers in your bank account. It's an energetic prison, a state of being that keeps you small. Now here's something fascinating. Neuroscience shows that scarcity literally rewires the brain. When you believe resources are limited, your brain narrows its focus. You become hyper-fixated on the lack, on the problem, on survival. It's like having tunnel vision. You stop seeing solutions, you stop imagining possibilities, and you stop believing in expansion. Scarcity robs you of your creativity. And creativity is the very key that creates wealth. Let me give you an example. Imagine two people who each have only $100 left. The first person, stuck in scarcity, thinks, "I need to hold on tightly. I must not spend a single dollar. I must protect what little I have." They hoard it. They freeze. They wait, and nothing changes. The second person thinks, "This money is energy. I can circulate it. I can invest in myself. I can trust it will come back multiplied." They spend part of it on a skill, a book, a conversation, or even on something that raises their energy. And because they shift their energy, opportunities begin to appear. The same $100, but two different realities. Scarcity is a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe there is not enough, you act in ways that guarantee you'll never have enough. You hoard instead of invest. You fear instead of trust. You close instead of open. And so you keep manifesting the very lack you're afraid of. And here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Scarcity is comfortable. Yes, it keeps you broke, but it's familiar. It gives you an excuse. As long as you live in scarcity, you never have to take risks. You never have to expand. You can stay safe in the small box you've always known. But abundance requires courage. Abundance asks you to believe in possibilities you cannot yet see. It asks you to trust in yourself, in the universe, in the flow of life. Scarcity keeps you chained to the known. Abundance frees you into the unknown. So the question is, are you willing to let go of the trap? Scarcity whispers, "There isn't enough." Abundance replies, "There is always more." Scarcity whispers, "Hold on tighter." Abundance replies, "Let go and flow." Scarcity whispers, "Play small, stay safe." Abundance replies, "Expand, create, receive." The trap only holds you as long as you believe in it. The moment you question scarcity, the moment you stop treating it as truth, you begin to see cracks in the illusion. And through those cracks, light enters. In the next chapter, we'll explore how psychology proves that scarcity doesn't just limit your wallet, it literally limits your mind. And once you understand that, you'll finally see why breaking free isn't just about money. It's about unlocking the full potential of your mind and spirit. Let's step into the psychology of scarcity. Because what's fascinating is that scarcity doesn't just live in your bank account. It actually shapes the way your brain functions. When you believe you don't have enough, your mind enters a state of survival. Survival is tunnel vision. It narrows your focus to the immediate lack. What you don't have, what you can't afford, what you're afraid of losing. In psychology, this is called the scarcity mindset. Researchers at Princeton University studied this and found something astonishing. When people are reminded of financial scarcity, their cognitive performance temporarily drops by the equivalent of losing a full night's sleep. That's up to 13 IQ points gone, simply because the brain is consumed by lack. Think about that. Scarcity literally makes you less intelligent, less creative, less resourceful. It hijacks your mental energy and directs it all toward fear and worry. You're no longer thinking about opportunities, you're obsessing over problems. This explains why people who are trapped in cycles of poverty often stay trapped, not because they lack ability or potential, but because their brains are overloaded by scarcity. When you're worried about the bills, you don't have the bandwidth to dream, to strategize, to invest, or to imagine new possibilities. You're in constant survival mode. But survival mode has a cost. It keeps you from expansion mode. Expansion is where new ideas flow, where opportunities are recognized, where you feel inspired to take bold action. But you can't access expansion if you're trapped in the psychology of scarcity. Let's make this real. Imagine two entrepreneurs. One sees money as scarce and one sees money as abundant. The first one launches a business but makes every decision out of fear. What if I lose this? What if I fail? What if I can't recover? They underinvest, they play small, they hesitate, and their business never grows. The second one invests with trust. I know money flows. I know I can create. I know there's more where this came from. They take inspired risks. They show up boldly. They expand their vision. And because of that mindset, opportunities naturally open. It's the same external world, but two completely different inner worlds. Scarcity psychology also impacts your self-worth. If you believe there isn't enough, you unconsciously believe you aren't enough. You begin to measure your value by how much money you don't have, how much success you haven't achieved, how far behind you feel compared to others. This is why so many people carry secret shame around money. It's not really about dollars, it's about identity. Scarcity convinces you that your worth is limited, fragile, conditional. But here's the truth. Your worth was never connected to your bank account. Your worth is inherent. It's infinite. It doesn't shrink when money shrinks, and it doesn't grow when money grows. Money reflects your beliefs. It doesn't define your value. Psychologists call this shift cognitive reframing. It's the practice of changing the way you interpret situations. Instead of thinking, I'm broke, and that means I'm failing, you reframe it as, I am in transition. Money is energy. This moment does not define me, it prepares me. Do you see the difference? One story keeps you trapped, the other keeps you expanding. This is why healing your relationship with money is not just about manifesting, it's about mental freedom. Because once you break out of the psychology of scarcity, your mind becomes spacious again. You stop obsessing over lack and start imagining possibilities, and when you imagine possibilities, you create them. The mind is powerful, but it believes the stories you tell it. If you tell your mind there isn't enough, it will filter your entire reality to prove you right. But if you tell your mind there's always more, it will expand its vision and begin seeking proof of abundance. This is not blind optimism, it's neuroscience. The brain has a filter called the reticular activating system, or RAS. Whatever you focus on, your RAS highlights in your environment. If you focus on lack, you notice every bill, every problem, every reminder that there's not enough. But if you focus on abundance, your RAS starts to notice opportunities, resources, and doors that were invisible before. Your brain is not your enemy, it's your servant. But it serves the story you feed it. So if you want to break free from the psychology of scarcity, you must consciously choose a new story. A story of enoughness, a story of flow, a story where money is not a wall but a bridge. And here's the beautiful part. Once your psychology shifts, your reality follows, because your actions flow from your beliefs, and beliefs are choices you repeat until they become truths. In the next chapter, we'll move from psychology into spirituality and explore why every ancient tradition agrees. Abundance is your birthright. Now that we've explored the psychology of scarcity, let's move into something even deeper, the spiritual truth. Because every tradition, every wisdom teaching, every mystical path has whispered the same truth across centuries. You are meant to live in abundance. Look at nature. Truly look. Does the universe operate in scarcity? The sun shines every day without running out of light. Oceans contain billions upon billions of drops of water. A single apple tree produces hundreds of apples, and inside each apple are seeds that could grow entire orchards. Nature is not stingy. Nature is overflowing. Scarcity does not exist in the natural order. Scarcity exists only in the human mind. And here's the part most people miss. You are nature. You are not separate from the universe. You are an expression of it, which means that the same abundance written into the stars, the trees, the rivers is written into you. Mystics across cultures knew this. In the Upanishads of India, it is written, "From abundance he took abundance, and still abundance remains." Jesus said, "I came so that you may have life and have it more abundantly." The Tao Te Ching describes the Tao, the way, as an endless source that flows through everything without ever being depleted. Abundance is not something you earn. It's not a prize given only to the worthy. It's your birthright, your natural state. The only thing that separates you from it is the belief that you are separate from it. When you believe in scarcity, you act as though the universe is against you. You see yourself as cut off, disconnected, undeserving. But when you believe in abundance, you align with the truth. The universe is for you, not against you. And here's the paradox: abundance isn't about getting more. It's about realizing you already have more than enough. When you align with abundance, you stop chasing and start allowing. You stop begging and start receiving. You stop seeing money as the source, and you remember that you are the source because you are connected to infinite source energy. This is why manifestation isn't about attracting something outside of you. It's about tuning into what is already available. Imagine a radio. Scarcity is like keeping your dial stuck on static, convinced that music doesn't exist. But abundance is realizing that all you have to do is turn the dial and tune into the right frequency. And the music was always there. Spiritual abundance is not just about money. It's about love, creativity, joy, health, freedom. Money is simply one form of abundance, one channel. But the source is always infinite. So when you align spiritually with abundance, you stop seeing wealth as something limited. You stop seeing success as competition. You stop seeing generosity as loss. You realize that the more you give, the more flows back. Because in truth, the universe doesn't operate on subtraction. It operates on multiplication. Let's go deeper. Abundance is also about trust. Scarcity lives in fear. Abundance lives in faith. Faith not as blind belief, but as deep knowing that you are supported, guided, and provided for. Think of the birds. They do not hoard. They do not save up decades of food, yet each day they find what they need. Think of the flowers. They do not stress about blooming. They simply open when the season arrives. The universe sustains them. Why would it not sustain you? The only difference is that human beings resist. We cling. We control. We doubt. We forget that we are part of the same flow. But the moment you release resistance, the flow of abundance rushes in. Because abundance has always been here. You don't have to create it. You only have to align with it. And here's the beautiful secret. Abundance is not found in the future. It's found in the present. When you fully inhabit the present moment, you realize that in this breath, in this heartbeat, in this very second, you already have everything you need. From that place of wholeness, more is always added unto you. So what does it mean spiritually to live in abundance? It means living as if the universe is trustworthy. It means opening your hands instead of clenching them. It means saying yes to life instead of hiding from it. It means choosing expansion instead of contraction. And the truth is, abundance doesn't come to you when you finally achieve success. Abundance is what creates success. Because when you vibrate abundance, you attract people, opportunities, and money that match that vibration. Scarcity whispers, "I will be abundant once I get more." Abundance replies, "I get more because I already live as abundant." This is why so many spiritual teachers tell us gratitude is the gateway. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is already overflowing. And when you see overflow, you magnetize more overflow. Abundance is not a destination. It's not something you reach at the end of a long struggle. Abundance is a frequency, and you can choose to tune into it at any moment. In the next chapter, we'll bridge this spiritual truth with the law of attraction and see exactly how your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs shape the money and opportunities you either attract or repel. Now that we've established abundance as your natural state, let's look at how the law of attraction plays into money and wealth. The law of attraction is simple. Like attracts like. Whatever you focus on with emotion becomes your reality. If you constantly think, "I don't have enough, I'll never make it, money is hard to get," the universe mirrors that back to you. You attract situations that confirm your belief. It's not a punishment, it's resonance. But when you shift to, "I am abundant, money flows easily, I am worthy of wealth," you begin to align with that vibration. Suddenly, opportunities appear, people who can help you show up. Unexpected sources of income open. Think of your mind as a magnet. Scarcity thoughts repel money. Abundance thoughts pull it closer. The key isn't just repeating affirmations, it's feeling them. Words without emotion are empty, but when you embody gratitude, confidence, and openness, your vibration changes and life responds. So here's the secret. Don't chase money, don't beg for it, don't fear it. Instead, embody the energy of already being abundant. And money becomes a natural consequence, because money is not the source, you are. By now you've understood that limiting beliefs are the invisible chains keeping you stuck. But knowing the chains exist isn't enough. You have to break them. So how do you actually reprogram your mind around money? Let's go step by step. Step 1. Awareness. Write down every phrase, memory, or feeling you carry about money. Maybe it's "I'm not good with money" or "I have to work hard to survive." Don't filter. Let it all out. This awareness brings the hidden patterns into the light. Step 2. Question the belief. Ask yourself, who taught me this? Where did I learn it? Is it absolutely true? Often you'll realize these beliefs aren't yours. They belong to parents, teachers, society. They were borrowed, not born within you. Step 3. Replace with a new truth. For every limiting belief, create an empowering one. "I'm not good with money" becomes "I am learning to master money." Money is hard to get becomes "money flows to me with ease." I don't deserve wealth becomes I am worthy of abundance. Step 4. Feel it, don't just say it, and affirmations work only when you feel them. So close your eyes, breathe deeply, and imagine what life looks like when that new belief is true. See it, hear it, feel it. Step 5. Daily rituals. Consistency rewires the brain. Here are some powerful tools. Journaling. Write about your future abundant self as if it's already real. Visualization. Spend 5 minutes daily imagining your wealth flowing. EFT tapping. Gently tap on acupressure points while affirming your new truths. This releases old emotional blocks. Meditation. Sit quietly repeating, I am abundant. I am supported. I am free. Step 6. Take aligned action. Beliefs shift fastest when action confirms them. Even small steps like saving $1 or offering a service with confidence prove to your subconscious that the new belief is real. The mind is like software. Scarcity is just an outdated program. But the moment you install new code through repetition, emotion, and action, you begin to see different results. Remember, you're not trying to fake it until you make it. You're simply returning to the truth, that abundance was always yours. Here's the simplest truth. Your ability to attract money is directly linked to your sense of self-worth. If deep down you believe you're unworthy, money will always feel out of reach. You might sabotage opportunities, avoid risks, or undervalue your work. But when you recognize that you are inherently valuable, that your time, skills, and energy matter, and abundance naturally follows. It's not about arrogance, it's about alignment. When you feel worthy, you stop chasing money and start allowing it. You make choices from a place of confidence, not fear. Self-worth is the foundation. Every belief, every action, every manifestation flows from it. Nourish it and watch how your reality shifts effortlessly. So let's bring this full circle. The one belief keeping you broke is scarcity. The belief that there isn't enough, that you aren't enough, that wealth is for others but not for you. But here's the good news. Scarcity is a lie. Abundance is your natural state. You were born to live fully, creatively, and freely. Start by noticing your scarcity thoughts. Question them. Replace them with empowering truths. Feel them. Act on them. Align with your worth. And watch how your life changes. Remember, abundance is not something you chase, it's something you return to. It's always been within you, flowing through you, waiting for you to open your hands and receive it. Here at Eclipsera Soul, our mission is to help you awaken to this truth. Every video, every practice, every meditation is designed to shift your mindset, raise your vibration, and transform your reality. If this message resonated with you, if you felt even the tiniest spark of shift, subscribe now. Step into abundance, align with your worth, and create the life you were always meant to live. The journey starts here. The choice is yours.